Hello, hello. Let's see. Hey guys, how are y'all doing this evening? I am coming to you with a quick video. If this is your first time here, my name is Pam and I talk about all things common sense and luxury with a concentration in fragrance. So I am coming to you because I have quite a few, well, not quite a few, about 5 fragrances I want to sample tonight. And I am coming on Instagram as well as on YouTube, and Facebook and Twitter. If you're following me there, I'm also on Twitter. Hello, Plantera Botanical. Thanks for joining. Hi, 868 Fragrances. Welcome. Hi, Alicia. Welcome. So, a lot of times I try to do this, and what ends up happening is the film ends up stopping on Instagram, or we've had issues. Hi, Tab Hardy. Thanks for joining. So please, if it cuts off on Instagram, you can join me on Facebook. Please give me a thumbs up in the chat if you are able to hear me properly. I see hello, hello. If you can hear me, I have the fan going above and I took one of the lights out because I was getting a headache. So, hey, Angel, thanks for joining. You ready to drive? Okay. Hello, let's start. Thank you for joining. Hello, Elisa. Thank you for joining. Okay, great. So you guys can hear me. Give me a thumbs up in the chat if you can hear me. Hello, Natalia. Thank you for joining. Oh, thank you, my dear. Hi, Teresa. Thank you for joining. So, I didn't do the setup like as well as I should. Hi, Pat. Thanks for joining. Fortunata, hello, hello, my dear. I haven't seen you in a while. Girl, we need to get together. We do. Hello, BKG 3072. Thank you for joining. Okay, everybody. Oh, and don't forget to give me a thumbs up. If you're watching from YouTube, please thumbs up this video. I'm timing myself. I'm hoping to do this just in 30 minutes, guys. But we get to chatting about some things and then Pam just forgets time and y'all know how it goes, right? So I have been trying to do quite a bit of different things, trying to switch things up a bit. Hello, Cheryl. Thanks for joining. And it's been quite with summer going on, kids are out of school and it's just a lot going on, and I've also been trying to streamline what I'm doing to make sure. Hi, Elisa. Hello, I am Foxy JK. Foxy K, not Foxy JK. Hi, thanks for joining. So 2 things. I have actually, well, I will start with this. So I have this here, which I received from Gang. And this is Cherry Syrup Green and Florida Orange. And these are 2 fragrances from Mith, Bangkok, and Proad Fragrances. Same company, same perfumers. I want to say work with this company. I haven't touched this. I've had it for some time. And I've been trying to get into it. And I'm like, should I do a live or should I just go ahead and do it and then chat with you guys? And I decided to just go ahead and do a live because I am not doing too many lives. So I'm trying to, amp my, do more. Let's just keep it at that. Okay. So I'm trying to open it, but it won't open. It's sealed pretty doggone good. Where's my scissors? There we go. Hello, Binoka. Thank you for joining. Imara77. Thanks for joining. It's good to see you guys. See, wave. You're stealing that necklace. I've had this necklace hidden from you, Elisa, for some time. My daughter's on live. Excuse me. Elisa is my daughter. When you look at my Instagram page, and I think I posted on Facebook as well, my daughter, she's a model, and I'm very, very proud of her. And so I post her pictures and stuff. So sometimes when she doesn't want me to. So, excuse me. So I have Gone sent me 2 cards with a description. These are new fragrances that were released by Proad and by Mith. So the Mith one is called Florida Orange. And this has a perfumer. Oh my gosh. The perfumer is Quentin Bitch. That didn't sound good the way I pronounced this last name. Oh my gosh. Elisa, Pat said on YouTube, she said that you are absolutely beautiful. Thank you, Pat. So the perfumer for Florida Orange is Quentin Bisch, or Bisch. And the top notes are tangerine, cassis buds, and apple. So this is perhaps a fragrance that was created for this time of the year where the temperatures today in Texas, when I got in the car at work today, it said 107. Yes, I could have cooked myself in my car today, okay? Anyways, so whenever I see fragrances with top notes such as these, where there are citrus notes or elements of fruits that are a little bit tart, whether it's a raspberry note, whether it's the plums tend to be sort of sweet or deep in depth with a lot of depth. But apples, I think green apples as opposed to red apples, automatically I get a fresh vibe in my head. That's how I kind of create it in my head. So that scent sounds delicious. Yes, Banaka Brunette, it does. Now the middle notes, check this out. The middle notes has rose, neroli, and cinnamon bark. And a lot of times with fresh fragrances, where's my girl on? I don't know where I put it, but a lot of times I see neroli either in the middle or on the top of fragrances. And then the base is all where you get your musk and your woody notes, and sometimes your vanillas, sometimes your caramels, depending upon what it is. Of course, you see a lot of times in the base notes, you'll see patchouli, because those are grounding, musks, ambergris. Those are the things you tend to see down in the middle of a fragrance. I'm sorry, the depth, which is the baseline of a fragrance. And it ends it out with floral notes. Now, I am very anxious. I'm going to pull this. I don't know if you guys, there we go. Mith bottles are really pretty. And the price point, guys, Mith fragrances and Proad fragrances, in my opinion, these are very much niche level fragrances. They are niche because I don't think they make anything else. So I consider them niche. The concept is a Bangkok house, and the concept is always bringing something to the table in terms of there's a reason why they're making it. They're just not throwing things together. At least that's what I think. I could be wrong, but that's what I think. So based on that, I am thinking this is a beautiful, fresh spring, which we've just come out of spring, summer fragrance going. If you're in the hot places like Georgia, like myself, down south, Midwest, it stays warm till like, oh God, almost in October. Okay. So I think this fragrance can be worn all the way through. Hi, Patricia. All the way through. So I see Asha joined us. Hi, Asha. Hi, Andrea. Thanks for joining, guys. Yes, I can put the name of the fragrance description when you upload the live. Yes, I certainly can. I will do that on Instagram. What I will do is when I upload it, I'll put it down the notes in there. And then, of course, here on YouTube, I'll do the same. So let's smell this because I have not smelled this before. Oh, guys, don't let me forget. Please let me know what your scent of the day was. I would love to know what your scent of the day is. And don't forget to thumbs up the video, please. All right, so let's get started because I also got 3 other fragrances to go from another house, and I know I'm going to enjoy those because when I took them out of the box, I get the aura I was getting. I have a feeling I'm going to enjoy those already. This is what I thought. It's nice, it's green, and it's fresh. It smells, I get a little bit of the neroli. I'm getting that. So I like to let things dry. I have a habit of sticking my face into my hands immediately, which I should not do, but I have a habit of doing that. So, hi, Glindy. Thanks for joining. Hi, Gon. Thanks for joining. Yeah, so my thought process with this orange, okay, so imagine yourself with an orange. If you've ever been to an orange farm, growing up in the Caribbean, of course, you buy a whole bunch of orange. If you're from Florida, you know how that goes. Oranges everywhere. But the orange is one of those firmer oranges that it's not rancid, but not overly ripe, right? And when you start cutting into the orange at the top, like you're peeling it, not by hand like this, but you're peeling it with a knife. That's how I grew up eating oranges. And we peel with a knife. You peel it with a knife, and the rinding that comes up, the rind when you're cutting that little, how do you say? That's I call it rind. The juices from the peel comes up a little bit. And that's automatically where that's taking me initially. But I do get all of that tangerine and stuff. It doesn't seem like it's a very ripe, version of either the orange or the tangerine. It feels like it's just fresh green. It wouldn't be completely green, but it's not a crazy sweet citrus notes. They're not crazy sweet. They're nice and well balanced. So saying that to say that this could be a fragrance that could lean, both men and women can wear this. It's not something that I'll say, well, this is too sweet for a guy to wear. Or, it all depends on what you like, right? I mean, technically fragrance doesn't have gender, but we know that to be the politically correct thing to say. But in all actuality, there are a lot of fragrances that smell like a dude. The way I have been, how should I say, with my social mores, have been brought up, that's what a guy smells like, right? That's what a girl smells. There's nothing wrong with that. But this, I tend to think that this is not a fragrance that's specifically for a woman. Now, as it dries down on my skin, it's very subtle. The rose and the neroli, I got the neroli because it clung to the citrus notes at the top, but I'm getting nice, not like a slight, and I mean a little itty bitty bit of powderiness. That's what I'm getting. And the floral nose, my nose isn't picking up the cinnamon too much. And that's perhaps because with cinnamon, I think of spice. I don't know about you guys. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, no. I see some comments here on we're talking here about the Lady of the White Snake is Pat's fragrance. That's that what's that brand? I can't remember the name of the brand. House of Sillage Mickey Mouse. That's by Sway Crow. She's wearing that. She or he's wearing that. Teresa is wearing Libre le Parfum with the oil, the body oil. Let's see here. Guys, y'all don't want to get me talking about that doggone what that mess that happened today. I'm mad. I'm gonna have to send Ray a message and tell him I'm mad at him. I think I already did because I tagged him in my video earlier. Hi, Mighty. Thanks for joining. Scent of the day is Harmony Peach and Pear. Banaka, that's what she's wearing. Coco Loco. Ooh, that sounds good. That's BKG on Instagram. Love is in the air. Naughty. Isn't it good? Yes. I'm looking to see what everybody else is wearing for their scent of the day. So my scent of the day, I've been getting mad compliments. Toy Boy. Nice. 866 fragrances. That's a nice one. I was really irritated. So let me give y'all a story before we get into, Stefan Lucas. Yes. Thank you very much, Pat. So Pat said I was irritated. So check this out. I set my alarms. Y'all have been, if you're on Instagram and some on Facebook and groups and stuff, I've been like literally like talking about getting this doggone. All I need is the oil, the cookie oil. Okay. And this is by Skin Potions, guys, because we had a drop at 5:55 Eastern Standard Time today. So my alarm was set for 4:53. Not 4:55, 4:53. Because when 4:55 hit, which would be 5:55 Eastern Time, because I'm in the Central, okay, I was going to hit purchase, like add to cart, because it wouldn't let you add to cart because it would be out of stock all the entire time before that. I'm in the middle of HEB, y'all. I'm in the middle of the grocery store. You hear me? The middle of the grocery store in the freezer section. And anybody that knows me know I get cold quick. And I'm in the middle of the store in the freezer section. Okay? This is 4:55. 4:57. 4:55, it was in my cart. I came out of the cart really quick to go pick up the ambrosia because that was available. Came back to my cart. Both items are still there. I'm plugging in my credit card information. No, I didn't even get it there yet. Because once you put it in your cart, once you put the items in your cart, you go back to you add to cart, then you go to the cart, and then you have to at the bottom it has how you start purchasing. You guys know how that goes. Child, why my thing said item not available? This is 4:57. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. if that, because it had, when I looked at my clock, it had just flipped to 4:57. So technically it wasn't quite 2 minutes yet. I was so upset. And I was like, oh, hell no. Oh, hell to the no. Okay. Not even on Beautylish, not even on Pat McGrath, not even on Fude brushes, because I'm into brushes and makeup and stuff like that as well. I don't do a whole lot of it anymore on YouTube. I just kind of like, I got tired of that. I cannot stand. That's one thing. One thing I do not like is when people make me feel like I'm begging them to spend my money. I'm not saying that's what Ray Anthony is doing, but that business model of, nah, I'm not feeling that. I am so not. And I love me some Ray Anthony because I love me some skin potions. Y'all know that. I talk about it. I highlight it. I constantly talk about how great that stuff is. That, no, I'm not doing that. When that happened with Pat McGrath with makeup with her palettes and stuff like that, I'm staying up until 2-3 o'clock in the morning to buy a freaking makeup palette. No. Okay. And back, I think Pat McGrath palette was just the big ones were available at the time. And I'm up 2-3 o'clock in the morning and it's like $129. No. So I had to come to Jesus moment because I was pissed off. I was in a, when I tell you I was in a freezer, I was in a bloody freezer section at HEB today. Okay. And when that happened, I was like, oh, hells no. You know, because that should not happen. If you have something in your cart and you're purchasing it, that shouldn't occur. So I decided years ago that I wasn't going to buy into that hype or that mentality. I call it the mob mentality where you're like, clown. It's back in the day when you go to the PX. I'm military, guys. You go to the PX, it's Christmas night or Christmas Eve or whatever the case is, the day after Thanksgiving. You know, the sales and all. People are clawing over people. I had my baby in his pram. Okay, and people clawing over each other to get a bloody TV, you know, and they it's like it's literally a mob mentality, right? Except this was online. And so I was making like subliminals and stuff in my stories and joking about it. But then I was like, there's no way in 2 minutes that stuff can be sold out like that. Right. So I don't know about y'all, but I put in a lot of like reminders, you know, email reminders and stuff like that. So I was, and check this out. It was telling me I was getting emails telling me my item was now available for purchase. And I'm looking at my cart that says not available. Oh gosh. Oh my God. Yeah, let's see what they're saying here. Larissa, hi. Thanks for joining. Hi, Narelle. Thanks for joining. Yes, Nadi, that was not cool because I was there before 5. It's just not a. It is limited now. It is limited quantity because Ray makes his stuff. You know, takes time. I know for the rose for Kama Sutra, it sits there for like 100. I think it's 180 days. The rose soaks in the oils and stuff. So I completely get it, but this is how I feel, and this is just me because you know I don't make the stuff, so I don't know how they make it. I don't know. Okay. I don't have that inside scoop. My name ain't the great of AI. I don't have that. Okay. So bottom line is this. For me, I was looking at if you have a whole bunch of people wanting to pre-order this stuff, but they cannot pre-order, then you create for that amount. I know with Sonia G brushes, because I'm like I told you, I'm into Fude brushes, Japanese brushes. When she created her stuff and it would sell out like that. And the first 2 times it occurred, I was kind of like, okay, you know, or when Beautylish had like they buy these big bags, you spend like $1,000 or whatever, and you get this bag of random stuff that you don't know what's in the bag, right? They used to do that I don't know if they still do it every New Year's. When they started messing with Jeffree Star and all that kind of thing, I just cut Beautylish. But for the most part, bottom line is that you have a certain amount, you know that, and it could be if he didn't have the materials. So perhaps he didn't have all the materials. He did not have enough for the demand. So the demand, business sense here, right? This is just me. I'm HR, right? And I study business. So I don't sound like it, but I do. I did. The demand is what gives you the opportunity to produce for your customers. So if you have 10 people want something, You don't make 5 and have the other 5 fighting against each other to get it. You have 10 if you're making diamonds, right? Or whatever, you have to you have to make that juxtaposition. And then perhaps what if, you had 100 and 100 go bad, like the bottles were broken or whatever the case is. It's the customer experience. So in my head, I'm standing in the middle of HEB going, oh hell. I was like, people was looking at me like I was crazy. My son was looking at me like I was crazy. I was pissed at him because he kept like, mommy, we gotta go. I was like, all I asked for is 5 damn minutes. Leave me be. Stand right here. And that's what I was like. And they're looking at me like, what the hell is wrong with her? It wasn't really 5 minutes. It was barely 3 minutes. Like barely 3 minutes. So they should reach out to you about this because you go hard for this work. I do go hard for this stuff, right? But at the end of the day, it's not my stuff. It is what it is. And is it the best thing since like I'm telling you, the products are great on the skin. If you're like me, I have eczema and stuff like that. And my girlfriend Erica, she is also a content creator. She made some body butters. And I bought like 4 or 5 of them. I made a big order. Well, I think it's a big order, like 4 or 5 of them or whatever. And that stuff, it like, it healed. Like I have like eczema, dry skin and stuff like that. So I can tell when products have things in it that will, make your skin feel better and stuff like that. So I was really looking forward to getting the oil. I do have the cookie butter cream, but I was planning on buying not just for myself, but for my auntie and my mom. So it wasn't like just being selfish or anything like that. I literally have been waiting on this since the drop, because when the last drop occurred, I was not able to purchase. And then I went to the restroom. I kid you not. I went to the bathroom and there is no internet, poor internet. So then I went to my car and by that time it was already gone. Same thing happened with AI the Great's perfume. And I don't have the energy, and I do not like to be made to feel like I have to beg you to buy your stuff when it's my money. That just does not sit well with me. And I know other people are different. That's just Pam. Okay. There's nothing wrong with, this is how I feel. I do not like to be made to feel like I have to beg you to buy your stuff. No. Went to Michelle. Yes. No, she's no longer making them. Not to my knowledge. I am going in tonight because I was so disappointed. Just knew I had it. That's what Patricia said. It might or might not. So the last time he made it, he didn't expect it to sell out that quickly. I'm assuming. So many have bought this because of you. You were the first really to do a review on this one. I was not the first to do a review on it, to be honest with you. On Instagram, yes. I think I was on Instagram, but on YouTube, when I was researching skin potions, there were some videos on YouTube, and these were like smaller influencers and stuff like that. Just kind of think like starting out and whatnot. And then AI the Great did a video on it. And of course, Aisha has a huge platform. And then I think, and I did it before Sheree. So it was, I want to say, Jessica posted on Instagram. Jessica actually posted a picture, and she didn't do a video. She posted a picture. Jessica Trim did. And yeah, and I think AI did. I know AI did like best or whatever, and she kind of like mentioned it. She didn't do a dedicated video to it. She like included it with other products and stuff like that. And I do remember seeing that. So I would say on YouTube. But for me, I mean, I talk about it. A lot of people didn't really know about it on TikTok and stuff like that. I did talk about it on TikTok, and I know that. But that's not, for me, that's not really the point. For me, it's not about who talked about it first. For me, it's the demand. You have a product that everybody wants. And so it's very limited in demand. And I don't know how to get around that, because I am certain that the materials that he sourced for his stuff, because it doesn't smell or feel like anything else in my collection. His creams are really good. His oils are really good. So, and his materials are not, in my opinion, I don't think they're cheaply sourced. They're, they take time to make. The batch takes time to make. Very, very meticulous in how he creates these items. So I know for a fact, his products are freaking awesome. They're amazing. I just didn't like the way I felt, and I did not like the way the whole situation made me feel and how I responded to the whole situation. And I'm just, I'm just being me. This is how I am. Hi, Miss Whitty. Thanks for joining. You're probably right. So someone on Instagram says this. I'm gonna read this comment real quick. I don't know how do I pin this comment? Pin comment. There we go. So Banaka said that it's you're all excited about getting said item. You wait for the minute and then it is sold out in that minute, which is what happened. Totally depressing. People use bots. She thinks that people use bots, and I believe that people probably use bots to make the purchases. Yeah, I understand. His stuff is really good. He's behind on his orders. I placed the order in early May and I still don't have it. Got a shipping notice last week and it still hasn't moved. He did send emails saying he's behind. He is, because if I'm not mistaken, Ray is a one-man show. And it's not perfumes, it's creams. And if creams, you don't want creams curding on you. It would suck if you opened up his cream and it's like, you know what I'm saying? It turns. This stuff is going to last you a long, long time. I know that you do not need a lot. You need 1 to 2 drops spread across your skin, and then you put your fragrances on. The body lotion and stuff like that, they work wonders. They're beautiful. They last on the skin. If you put it on and you let it dry down, because it doesn't need a whole lot. You let it dry down in your skin. People will smell you. You don't need a lot. Okay, Patricia said they are located in Freeport, New York, which is only a few towns away from. I would get to pick it up. She'll go pick it up. You don't need to mail it to her. I want to say, Teresa, you up north as well. Yeah. Yeah. Oops. Sorry, guys. Getting said that. Yeah. It happens. It happens. But that was my experience, guys. That was my experience. I was really bummed out about it. I really was. I was bummed out. I was bummed out. So you know what I did? I went into my closet when I came home. I was pissed off. My daughter, that's how we are when we're like wanting something or whatever. So my daughter saw I was upset. She's like, how was work? Da, 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 da. And she was really sweet and stuff like that. And then I snapped at her and she was like, okay, back up on. So, and then what I did is I just went into my pantry, into my bathroom pantry. I pulled out my cream, my cookie butter cream. I took a bath, and I took my scrub, and I did a little bit because now I know it's so damn hard to get. I'm not using it like, you know how some people's like slathering. No, I am not overspraying, over applying. Name none of my Skin Potion products. It's itty bitty. Oh gosh. Donna C comes in the chat, y'all, after we just got bitter. And here she come boasting. I hope you got an extra bottle for me. Oh gosh, Patricia said send me your address. That's what I said on Instagram. Let me know I know where y'all live. Oh god. And then that was said it was out of stock. Yeah. So Donna got all hers. That's exactly what, Donna, I think you stole my stuff from my cart, because that's exactly what I had in my cart. Donna says she's got the cookie butter oil, ambrosia, and cookie butter cream. And that's exactly what I had in my cart. I had 2 of each. Well, 3, because I wanted to share with my mom and my auntie. And before on hold, so you would not have to put information in. Okay, so Donna also says here that you can put your credit card information on hold so that you will not have to put information in. So the reason I do not do that anymore is because I have been compromised. My cards, I have already switched out my cards. At least just 2 weeks ago, I had to switch mine on. My daughter had to switch it. I do not want to do that any longer, because ever since I started buying online from different people and stuff like that, all of a sudden now my cards and my account have been compromised, and I'm not playing that game. You know, where people are stealing your identities and stuff like that. I've had it happen to me with a firm. I've had it happen to me with my bank, Amazon. I'm not, no, nope. So I've had to change my card. This is we are only in June, and I've already changed my card twice this year. Yeah. 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 Once you get your identity stolen once, that's all you need. Or you go to your bank account and it's at zero. Ah, yeah, well, good. That was good for you, Donna. I'm not doing that. I'm not leaving my information like that. I am no longer doing that with myself. Sample. Mighty says she's being very stingy with the sample I sent her. I sent her a sample of hi. I want to say Perez Shes, so that's like precious, right? Hi, thank you for joining. So I've got 5 people over there on Instagram watching, and we've got a total of 11 here on YouTube. Thank you everybody for being here. So that was my situation, not my situation. I had an August. No, I'm just joking. I had a situation. So let's move on, guys. We have Cherry Syrup Green by Proad. This was sent to me again by Gone, and this is what the card looks like. So automatically, when you look at the card, see that? The light. There we go. So I am already thinking that this is going to be a sweet but green fragrance, which I don't think. The only thing I could think of that will be sweet and green, or right off the bat when I'm thinking about it in my collection, would be flamenco, and that's got a greenness to it, a freshness to it, a wateriness to it. That fragrance, and I really like that. Actually, one of my favorite fragrances, and that's by Ramon Monegal. Yeah, me too. Me too. Hello, Ravimbo. Thank you for joining. Let's see. Yeah. Maybe what I'll do is I'll get me back in the day, you know how you buy like a burner phone? I'm gonna get a burner card and put it in for those purchases. Okay, so this arm is for the other brand. So ah let's see here. Oh, guys, I put another video up today. If you did not see a notification, I have a video up on YouTube. Please take a look at it. Make sure you like and comment. And if you're not subscribed to the channel yet and you're enjoying the content, please consider subscribing to the channel. I'm trying to put a little more frequently videos out there. First, I was doing once a week. Now, for the past 2 weeks, I'm trying to do twice a week on YouTube. I'm trying to get my subscriber count up. It does not really matter to some people, but it does matter to those of us that are under 10,000 subscribers, because it helps, right? So please, and don't share, share it in your stories or on your Facebook or, ooh, this is good. Hold on one second. I have my other ooh, I got so much stuff on the ground here. I'm going to grab the other Proad real quick, and I am going to do a compare and contrast. And that's my husband calling, and I'll have to decline. I am live. Okay. I'm sorry about that, guys. I am so sorry about that. Okay. All right. Ooh, this smells really good, guys. I'm letting it sit in for a minute. It has top notes of cherry gin, saffron. Hold on one second, please. Okay. So it's got cherry syrup green. That's the name of it. It's got top notes of cherry, gin, saffron, nut. If you are on Instagram and you are still hearing me, just give me a thumbs up so I'll know that you're there, please. If not, I'll have to restart that one. But guys, you've got bergamot. Ooh, this is good. I will not tell a lie. This is really good, guys. The middle notes are jasmine. Okay, if you are on Instagram and you can still see me, please let me know. The middle notes are jasmine, rose, cinnamon, mandarin orange, and petitgrain. So let's compare the middle notes over here. No, this has a neroli in it. Okay, the Florida orange is nice. It's a clean fragrance. It's a freshie. But this cherry syrup green, ooh, nice. Base notes of oak moss, vanilla, tonka bean, sandalwood, ambroxan, patchouli, musk, and amberwood. So clearly by all of these notes that I've just read off, you can see that the Proad fragrance is a little more complex. Not hearing. Can you guys sound us out? Okay. Hold on one second. I am going to shut it down on Instagram and come back up. I'm sorry, guys. Can't hear me. Okay, let's try that again. I'm going to shut it down. This is what I get for trying to be like fantastic at stuff I'm not fantastic of on. Discard. I'm going to discard the early one and then start a new live on Instagram and try to fix it after the fact. Yay. And there we go. I'm sorry about that, guys. I am trying to get better, like technically inclined, and I'm sucking at it. Okay. Right. So what I have here, this is good. Oh my gosh. This is nice. And it has like almost a, how do you say, almost a sticky, I want to say it has like almost a sticky vibe to it. This is good. Gone. This is a good one. This is giving me the same reaction I had with Mellow Musk, right? The reaction. It doesn't smell anything like Mellow Musk, but it smells like you can smell a cherry syrup gold. You can smell those cherry syrup fragrances. You can smell that because I sampled those. This is really good. Like it's like a happy freshie, but it's not really a freshie because I get like elements of a sticky vibe to it. So this is my, if you can see, here we go. Here we go. So this is what it looks like. I was trying to flip the camera and it wasn't working. So this is Cherry Syrup Intense. And I want to, that smells really nice. And I don't know if the oil concentration in this is above 20 because it's dried down. You can't see it over there. Ugh. You can't really see it because of the light, but there's a slight shiny vibe going on here. Guys, this smells really good. I'm moving my arm around. Hi, Obi. And I'm extremely pleased right now. So, oh, hold on. Give me a moment. Hi, JC. Hi, Stu, 1122. I like your name. Thank you for joining. Guys, this is good. So right here, I have the new one, which is the cherry syrup green. And that has a very, you could smell a little bit of the, when I say alcohol, not in a negative mind, think alcohol as in like, Angel Share and stuff like that. So you get that little, gin and tonic vibe, Snoop Doggy Dogg, gin and juice. For those of you that are prior to the 90s, early 90s, you may not have reference of what I'm talking about. But back in the day when Escape and everybody, sipping on gin and juice was a song. While we played Tonk or Spades or Dominoes, Bones, that was a vibe back then. People might not really. Hi, Lupita. Hi, Kamika. Oh my gosh. I'm doing well, JC. Thank you for asking. So Donna says on YouTube that Ray gets his stuff imported. Remember, I was talking to you guys and I was telling you that the concentration of his items and the way his stuff is created his stuff is good. His stuff is good. Oh, the phone call, it was my husband. It was my husband. And if it was important, he would have called my daughter to tell me to answer the phone. Yes. Yes, very much so. Very much so. I'm still mad though. I still wanted my cookie butter oil. Thank you, Donna. Yes, a very sweet, boozy vibe. Guys, okay. I don't know how to say this other than this. When you think of Proad and Mith fragrances, don't think, even some of them might be eau de parfum, but do not think run of the mill, regular schmegular types of fragrances. I really do not get that with his stuff. I really, with Proad and Mith, same company. One is just a little more upper echelon than the other. But the fragrances are really good. Mellow Musk is one of my favorites. Absolutely enjoy that. I absolutely love the one that I just sprayed here, which is cherry syrup. This is in the intense cherry syrup. They're all really good fragrances for the most part. If you like tea fragrances, I'm not really a big fan of tea. I was not a big fan of tea fragrances, but I found myself being a little more open with the way these are fragrances that are created in Bangkok and they're imported, right? And so they're sold by Glen D Fragrances. It's a perfume shop. He goes back and forth to Thailand, but he's, I think, I don't know if he's the only distributor, but I believe he is in the US for these fragrances. And let me tell y'all, the presentation, this is one of Proad's presentation, and my Mith bottle. Hold on one second. I'm sorry to get up again. Well, bottom line, you could go online, go to Glen D. That's, I'm going to type it. Hold on one second. I'll type it in the comments for you. Patricia said she's going to go help Ray. Glendy Fragrances, I want to say FR. I can't spell. He is in the chat. He is in the chat, glendy.com. Here we go. On Instagram, he's in the chat, glendy.com. And I just put it up on the screen. And hold on one second. Pin comment. I just pinned it on Instagram for those of you that are interested. Hello, Rack for you. Thank you for joining. Hello, BKG3072. Thank you very much for joining. Okay. Yeah. Maybe next time I'll get lucky, but I'm not. I was originally, but then, like I said, I had to I had to kind of come to Jesus moment with myself. And, you know, if it was meant for me to have it, I had to think like that, but I just don't like that mentality where I'm rushing. I do not like that feeling where I'm like planning and frustrated and blah blah blah. You know, I could see, girl, it was like not even 2 minutes, and it was gone. So I'm gonna try what Donna said. I'm going to get a card specifically, probably for shopping, because let me tell you, it's very scary when people have access to your account and they set things up and stuff like that. They're getting really, really smart. They're getting really smart. And it just bothers me. I think it bothers me when folks do that because it's such a very, it's cheating. You know, you're taking things that don't belong to you. It's just not cool. So, all right. So let's move on to the next. So we talked about, it is still smelling really good. Now, when I smell the original cherry syrup intense, I absolutely love that fragrance. See, this is a mixture between Baccarat Rouge. This is the mixture between Baccarat Rouge 540 and Tom Ford's Lost Cherry. If you put those two fragrances together, but this is still better. Okay. That's my recommendation. Yes, Fragrance Dubois has a new perfume. I saw them post it on Instagram. I think it was yesterday or day before yesterday. And I did get my email. It smells good. I could see myself. I see the vein. So I do. I see the vein. The vein of the cherry syrup. I not see, but I smell it, right? But it has more of a green, boozy effect. And I get the gin, which is weird because gin is not something, it's kind of like vodka. You know, it's kind of hard to pick up. Hold on one. Hold on 1 second, please, guys. Hey guys, turn that down, please. Turn it down. I have it. I'm using it. Okay, so we're almost done. We've got just a few items to go. So here we got this right here. Hi, Callus Groom Room. Thanks you for joining. Okay, guys, we're almost done. So I got a package from Benigna or Benigna. I said Benigna. I heard somebody else say Benigna. So tomatoes. But I like to pronounce things correctly. I try to anyway. So I got, this is when you go on their site, this is the floral set. So this has Absolute Celebration, Premier Amour, and Escape Velocity. So these are the perfumes. When you go on their site and you go like you hit in the shopping, shop and whatnot, at the bottom, these are the newer fragrances. So these are just floral fragrances. Mighty said, now they are learning how to hack Cash App. Jesus. I can't. I just wish they would just, get a job, make your own money. Okay, so here are the 3 fragrances right here. Here we go. I don't know if you guys can see it on IG. And I thought the presentation was kind of cute. Very cute. I made a nice little reel for it, but I never got to posting it. I never got to posting it. Okay, so the 3 for hi Tab Hardy again. Thank you. Yes, the packaging is really cute. Very, very cute for samples. So these are 3 ml. It's wow. Okay, so this is 22%. 22%. That's what the box says. Perfume oil. If you are not familiar with Benigna or Benigna, I said Benigna, but I've heard, like I said, I heard somebody else call it Benigna. So when I look at it, yeah, Benigna. I think of Benin, the country, the African country called Benin. That's what I think, but I'm certain I'm wrong. So the owner of this company, Benigna or Benigna, is a Black female who is I think she's a Black female, but her story is phenomenal. Okay. She's she's not a pilot, but you can look up the story online. But I just got kind of moved when I read it because I was kind of like, oh my gosh, a lot of times people they're called to do something, but they're not certain what they're called to do. Or they might want to do something and they try really hard to do that something, but they never really achieve that something because it's not really what they're called to do. But I think she found her calling. Everything she has set out to accomplish thus far, she has accomplished. And I really do appreciate that. And I find joy in that. Not only that, but when I found out that this company is down in Miami, child, when I go home, I'm going to go try and visit. Okay. All right. So the first one we're going to try is called Escape Velocity. And I am going to pull up. Hello, Andrea Gretchen again. Thanks for joining. So Escape Velocity. Again, these are from the new release. Last year was the new release, and it was all floral, I believe, all floral fragrances. So if you've ever get an opportunity, go online, take a look. The presentation for these bottles are simply beautiful. This has a very low rating on Fragrantica. Wow. I am surprised. So this has orris root, musk, heliotrope, lemon, bergamot, white rose, Bulgarian rose, wood resin, and wood notes. And let's see what people's saying. Actually, no, I'm not going to read what they're saying because at the end of the day, it's what my nose is telling me. I was graciously sent this because I wanted to know if they had like samples and stuff before I invested, because the bottles are a little pricey. It starts at $85 for the either 15 or 20 ml bottle. I think it's a 15 ml bottle. This is sort of vintagey. It's sweet. I mean, right off the bat, I think this is the one that I was smelling when I opened the box, because the florals just came out at me. Again, these are floral fragrances. So it has orris root, which is sort of powdery, musk, which again also sort of powdery, but has a little bit of depth and a little bit of sexiness to it. Musk does that. Then you've got heliotrope. And then, of course, everybody likes to put lemon and bergamot in their fragrances because it gives that nice effervescent, bright opening. And then you've got white rose, which I don't see a lot of white roses in fragrances. Bulgarian rose, wood resin, and woody notes. It is a pretty fragrance, but I would say that when I'm smelling it, it reminds me of something that I smell. Not another fragrance that smells just like that, but it reminds me of the period of the 80s and 90s. Like the really bougie fragrances. I mean, I shopped and I didn't have no money when I came up to the States. Okay, my family isn't like loaded or anything. So going to Woolworth was a big deal to me. Going to Woolworth was a big deal to me. I don't know about y'all, but oh gosh. Yeah, that's what that vibe I am getting with this fragrance. Very, very sort of like, I get the floral notes, but it's pretty. There's not that it's not pretty. I just get the vibes of 80s, 90s, come up to the United, well, we came up in the 80s. So come up to the United States and you're looking around and you're like, oh my gosh, so, big buildings and, just that newness, but new richness, like living on Miami Beach, and it's like luxury things that you've never seen before. You're seeing all of a sudden, that kind of vibe. That's what I'm getting with this. So I wouldn't say it's my absolute positively favorite, but I do like it. So the next one, so on YouTube here, we're talking Woolworth. Donna said, Woolworth used to be, yes, you can go into Woolworth and there's, the department store and stuff like that. And then there's food. Child, couldn't tell me nothing because it was a big deal. It was a big deal. And then they had this store called Three Sisters, and Three Sisters turned into Learners, which turned into, I forgot the name of the store they have in the mall now. But yeah, all of these stores that changed their name, I'm telling y'all, I've lived some life. I have. So this is by Benigna Perfumes. And this one leaked a little bit because it was hot as all get out here. And I could see the oil. Look at the oil concentration. Look at that. I don't know if you guys can see the color. You can't see it. There we go. It leaked a little bit. So let me apologize. On YouTube, guys, the concentration. The clarity on YouTube might be a little more blurry or fuzzy because I tried to bring it up to 1080p, but I had to pay additionally to StreamYard to do so, and I wasn't going to do that. So please keep that in mind when you're looking at this video, if you're watching it after the fact and I look a little blurry or a little dated. So yeah. All right, so this is the next one we're going to try is called, my goodness. This is some nice perfume, boy. And everything is kind of like an aura around me. This one is Premier. I can't read it. Absolute. No, this is Absolute. So this one is Absolute Celebration. This reminds me, Raja Perfume does the same thing. The gold on the little bottles, it comes off because of the oil from the perfumes. It's not a bad perfume or anything. Oh my gosh. Can you see that? Woo! Hey guys, thanks for joining. Kaka, thank you for joining. B. Benny, thank you for joining the live. With Sen, thank you so much for joining. And Miss Messy Riri, thank you for joining. Okay, guys, so this one is Absolute Celebration. And this one has already leaked in the package, and because I've got oil all over my hand and it's leaked all over the bottle, but I heard from a friend that this smells really good, from an acquaintance, not a friend, that this smells really good because I believe she has it. And I am letting it dry. The color is, you can't spray this on your clothes, y'all. You cannot spray this on your clothes. It's stained a little white. It's stained on the inside in here. So I would not recommend that you put this on your clothing. Three Sisters learners, what you know about them stores? Donna, I came up to the States and I lived in Miami before I joined the military. So I'm telling you, you know, your girl know about some, stores. I know about flea market. Shopping in the flea market. Oh my gosh. This one is also nice. It has a greener effect. I don't know how to, whenever I say a greener effect, when I'm thinking about fragrances, I'm thinking that there is some sort of, like you take herbs and you rub it in your hands as such. That's kind of in my head how I internalize that scent. The Absolute Celebration. Let's see here. It's got a 4 out of 5, much better rating. The nose behind this is Cecile Zarokian. I didn't tell you guys who the nose behind the other one was. Also Cecile Zarokian. So this perfume here, very much the same vibe. Not the same. So instead of the bergamot and the lemon from the previous fragrance, this one has peach in it, and it has neroli. It has the orris root. So orris root, I am noticing that orris root is a favorite note from perfumers, who like the powdery vibe in their fragrances, who likes that creamy, milky, lactonic vibe in their fragrances. So yeah, it's earthy. It's an earthy root. Sort of like, think of purple. If you imagine a purple flower, think that. So this has Bulgarian rose, orris root, neroli, vanilla, sandalwood, ambergris, agarwood, peach, and musk. And it's not lined up. The scents aren't lined up in top, middle, and base on here. But I like, it's kind of just like Rajadav does. He puts all his notes together for the most part. He doesn't do like layers, like in the perfume tree. I don't mind this one, but I do smell that greenness from the orris root. I do smell that quite a bit more, almost iris. Think iris. If you like violet and iris, think that. Now, violet and iris are not listed in the notes, but I am getting that vibe from this fragrance, and I think it's because of the orris root, that powdery, slightly lactonic. Think about a flower. When you break a flower and the creamy milkiness comes out of it, that's what I'm getting with this. When I'm imagining, I'm very much an imaginative person when I think about fragrances and how it smells, and the emotions that it evokes, and as well as when you're thinking about what am I going to wear, I think you should wear anything anywhere. You should not have to save a perfume for whenever, hold on. Saying about saving perfume, let me show you this one. This is what Benigna or Benigna perfumes look like. This is what the bottle looks like. So this is a full bottle, 75, I believe, no. Okay. Bring it up close. I don't know. There you go. You can see like the jewels are in it and stuff like that. I have several reels on Instagram on this, and I did a full video on YouTube about this perfume. And this one I picked is Royal Bouquet. Really I love this perfume. I do. But this one is nice too. I would say this floral, but I like this. As it's drying down, I'm really vibing with it. Again, it still reminds me of back then, guys. It still reminds me, it really does. It reminds me of back then. I don't know. I'm very nostalgic about periods in my life. I still remember, like I mentioned, in Trinidad, you see postcards of the US. This is before I came to the US, okay? So you see postcards and stuff, and you have an imagination of what is going to be like when you come up to the US. And in my, hello, is Jeff Cobb. Thanks for joining, as well as you, Tiffany. Thanks for joining. So in my mindset, that's kind of what I'm thinking for the most part, is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, when I was introduced to like people who were loaded, I didn't know what being rich was, okay? Being in Trinidad and seeing, like, neighbors who have big houses and all that kind of stuff, is one thing. But when when you see what loaded is, when you experience what loaded is, it's a totally different ball game, okay? And so this reminds me of that kind of period. Not that I would have smelled anything like this, because I was buying my, I didn't have really expensive perfumes and stuff. Estee Lauder to me was it. You know what I'm saying? Youth do. Hello. So this is giving me that vibe. Very elegant, very opulent, very crystal from Dynasty. Joan, what's her name? It's not Joan Rivers. Not Joan Crawford either. Damn it. She's British. She was on Dynasty. Doggone it. Very much her persona. That's what I'm getting with this fragrance. I'm also getting a Knots Landing vibe with this, but the sexy one who was she came in and she stole Joan Vark, or whatever her name was, Joan's husband. In my head, I watch too much TV, y'all. Oh, speaking about TV, I don't know if y'all watch Netflix, but Netflix be having some good TV shows, okay? Joan Collins, thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Cheryl said Joan Collins is who we're talking about. Yes, guys. Very much giving me that vibe. Very much giving me that vibe. If you have just walked in the room, please make sure you hit the thumbs up button. Okay, and also, guys, the last one we're going to talk about is, this is nice. It's Premier Amour. This is nice. This fragrance, I'm moving my hand around and I'm like, this smells very opulent, very much the same Harrods of London. Or even if you have ever been, I've never been to the coast of Africa, but when you think of, I don't know if y'all watched Young, Rich, and African, I think that's the name of the show on Netflix, but this fragrance is reminding me of, what's her name? Swanky's wife. That's what this is reminding me of. Just rich and opulent. That's all I can think to say. Rich and opulent. That is not a descriptor for a perfume. Oh, gosh. I'm beyond myself. So let's talk about Premier Amour. These fragrances are nice. I'm very happy so far with everything that I've tested today. Okay, so this is a warm, spicy, ambery fragrance. It has almond in it. When I see almond in a fragrance, automatically I'm a lover of those type of fragrances. But I will say that I have to be a little more careful, because sometimes those things do turn after time on me. So, hey, Sergio, thanks for joining. Hi, Title Tisdale. I like your name, Violetta. Thanks for joining. So the last one we're going over is from Banana Perfumes, or Benigna Perfumes. And this one is called Premier Amour. And this is going to go up here. Wow. Ooh! This is the buy. This is a bloody buy. This is reminding me automatically, as the spray sprung up in my face just now like that, I am getting the same vibes as House of Siage's, my favorite fragrance from the House of Siage, which is Benevolence, mixed with a little bit of Wonder Woman. Let's see what these notes are saying. I'm very different, I think, because there's a lot of people who are like really polarized with Benevolence and those type of fragrances, Siwa and stuff like that. This one has heliotrope, tonka bean cloves, tuberose, precious woods, and bergamot. This smells nice to me. It gives me a little bit of Lolita Lempica. What was it, that fragrance that I smelled? That little bit of Anise. I get a little bit of Anise, but there is no Anise in here, which means that more than likely it's the cloves that's giving me that spicy, smooth soda pop type vibe that I love. I like this. It's drying down very quickly on my skin. I can see the oil though. I would not spray these on my skin. Oh my God, look at the color, guys. There is no way, Jose, that Pam is going to spray these on her clothes. I mean, that's what I'm saying now, but y'all know I could go a little crazy. But this reminds me a little bit of Raj's, oh my God, that oud fragrance that everybody was talking about. Not, is it Sweetie Oud? Or Amber Oud, something like that. It's a Raja fragrance that this is reminding me of, but the Raja fragrance, it has more of a oudi, not smoky oud, but more of a slightly, I want to be skanky, but I'm not. Hello, Teresa. Hello, Morel again. Thanks for joining again, guys. That's what it's. Yes, Amber Oud. Face is saying on Instagram, Amber Oud. I am getting a slight Amber Oud vibe. I am getting a slight Amber Oud vibe mixed with a little bit of, I'm getting a little bit of Annie C. I don't know where that is coming from or why my nose is picking up that, but that's what my nose is picking up. I am getting a reminder of Benevolence from the House of Sillage, a little bit of Siwa from Mimo or Memo. I don't know how you pronounce that, but I like. If you've tried any of these fragrances, guys, please let me know down in the comments. I would love to hear from y'all if y'all have tried any of these fragrances from Benigna or Benigna Perfumes. This is really nice. So far, this one smells, I get purple flowers with the second one that I smell. I promise you that's what I get. And these two are very kind of close together. Let me go back in the notes. All of them have purple flowers. Iris. That's it. That's the iris. I'm smelling iris. Yeah, I just looked up the accords. Not in the notes, but in the accords. So yes. So the Orris root and the iris has a very similar note pattern. So that's where I'm picking that up. And then Cecile Zarokian is actually, you will see a perfumer featured on Benigna's page or Benigna's page. That is the perfumer, the actual perfumer for these. And there's a picture, if you go back to the first fragrance that I talked about, which was Escape Philosophy, you scroll down some, that has the majority of notes, I think. You scroll down some and you'll see the bottles. So you could buy like a 3 set, you can buy a 5 set from the original collection. It's not 5. I think it's 7 fragrances, and that's 500 and some change. But those are 15 mil, 15 mil bottles. So that's the discovery set, like $500 and something for all of those. So that's why I was like, I wish all of them came in small bottles like these so that you can test them out before you drop that kind of cash. Premier Amour is my favorite from the floral trio. Okay, so Obi's tried it. Obi said that Premier Amour is her favorite. And that is what I just sniffed. And I'm waiting for the dry down. It is beautiful. As it's drying down, it's changing from a powdery, ambery note to that oudi smell I mentioned before from the Raj. I'm getting a little bit, but it has like it's very complex. It is giving me a little bit of a sweet, not tar, but just imagine like honey, like a slightly honeyed vibe. Me and honey don't get along too good in fragrances because they tend to overdo it and my body just, it rejects it. It don't like honey so much, not too much honey anyways. But the resins and things of that nature with fragrances, it has to be well balanced for my body to appreciate it. It just has to be. Yeah. But I don't mind it. I don't mind it. Now, out of these 3 that I just tested, which are Escape Velocity, Premier Amour, and the second one I tested, I forgot the name already. Let me read it off. Absolute Celebration. I like Absolute Celebration. As they dry down more, I think I like Absolute Celebration a little bit more, only because I do like florals and I could get more use out of florals. But what I think is going to happen is I'm going to get tired of too many florals. You know what I mean? So I would probably lean more to the ambery notes. Yeah, it's not bad. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. So if you have any comments and anything, I'm going to on YouTube, I will make sure and I will post this on YouTube. And I'll keep it up for probably about a week or so, or maybe a little longer if anybody's interested to see if, because sometimes people watch, sometimes they don't. So I will keep it up on YouTube. I will post the name of the fragrances that I talked about today. So I had 2 from Mith fragrances that I really enjoyed. I had, the first one was Florida Orange from Mith. And then I had Proad, and Proad is right over here. Proad's cherry syrup green, which smells very much like cherry syrup. You get the DNA of cherry syrup, but there is that difference. You get that boozy effect of the gin. You get the saffron. It is very top heavy. You're getting what you're getting what it says on the top, and then it starts like drying down into the rose and the jasmine, the sweetness of the jasmine. It's not cloying, so it's not like a not Maison Francis. It's not like a Maison Lancôme jasmine or anything like that. The jasmine is just, it smells different. As it dries down in my skin, it just smells. This is one of my favorites. I think this is full bottle worthy. Cherry syrup green, in my opinion, is full bottle worthy. And I want to say those fragrances are probably between 90 and 130. I don't think it's that expensive. I could be wrong, but I don't think they're that expensive. So Faith, this is over here on Instagram. I'm going to read to you guys what she says. From the Royal Essence collection, extravagant greatness, worthiness, and ancient wisdom stand out. Correct. The fragrances are very well crafted, and I can tell a lot of thought went into creating them. And that's absolutely correct. All of these fragrances from Benigna or Benigna Perfumes, these are fragrances that are not just well thought out, but they're the owner, she loves perfume and wanted to create stuff that expresses her love for fragrances and flowers and things of that nature. So please keep that in mind. It's not a hodgepodge of throwing things together. They're very well thought out. This one, as it's developing, it is not linear at all. It is not linear. Absolute Celebration is doing this right here. It's moving with my arms. It's changing focus. It's like, I feel like chilling over here. And then it says, now I don't feel like sitting over there. I'm going to go over here and chill with, the ambers. And then it comes back and it's like, you know what? Maybe I want to be a little bit more with the florals. It's having a full conversation on my arm. Hi, KDR Fragrances. Thank you for joining. Yeah, guys. So if you've tried these fragrances from Benigna Perfumes or Parfums, please, or Benigna. I don't know if it's Benigna or Benigna. So that's why I'm saying both. But if you've tried anything from that house, please let me know down in the comments. As well as, in my opinion, get into some Mith and some Proad. These are really good fragrances created by a fragrance house in Bangkok, Thailand, which is Proad Fragrances and Mith Bangkok. These fragrances are really good. They are, in my opinion, they are affordable. You're paying $150, $160 for designer fragrances when you can get fragrances that are niche, well made, beautiful presentation. Absolutely. I mean, not everybody's going to have it because you're not going to smell. These fragrances are coming from Bangkok. Okay. Not everybody's going to be smelling like that. I know yesterday and today I got several compliments later in the day from the perfumes that I wore. And so I'm saving that for my fragrance video. That's, what I wore last week, my series. So I'm saving for that. But let me tell y'all, I was shooketh. Because number one, I was not expecting the compliments because I literally just threw these combos on my skin. So I was not expecting the compliments. Hi, Angel. And number two, guys, I wasn't expecting the compliments that late in the day. So I was really shocked. Okay. Really, truly, I just was not expecting it at all. I went to, in the grocery store today, right? And the guy from over the counter where the deli meat, where you are smelling meat. Okay. The deli where you are smelling meat because it's got all this fancy HEB, got all this boar's head on one side and then the HEB version on the other side. And then they've got, the deli got a lot of stuff going on. And right across from the deli is where the crab boil, I call it the crab boil section because they got the crab legs. You can get it made the way you want it and stuff like that. HEB gets down. Okay. So, then right from there, right before you get to the deli is what? The sushi. Because I believe that all HEBs are the same. So you've got the sushi section. So, there's an ambience, an aura of food. And you've got all the fruits and blah, blah, blah. When this young man tells me, he's like, I got to tell you, please don't take this the wrong way. You smell so good. I was like, what? You can smell my perfume? Keep in mind, I put my perfume on this morning at 7 o'clock. This is going on 5 o'clock because it was a little after 4 when we got up in there. Child. That felt good. That felt so good to hear. So I was like, wow, you can smell my perfume. And then, of course, I love telling them what I wear. And they're like, I've never heard that before. It's like, no, this is a house from blah, 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 et cetera, et cetera. And it really feels good to talk to people about, as opposed to getting told your perfume is too much. But yeah, it was really cool getting that acknowledgement from people who I don't know if he's a fryhead or whatever, but just the fact that the young man said that. And then I got another compliment. I was in one of the lanes and a lady walked past me. She's like, oh my God, you smell really beautiful. So it's not just a fragrance wearing me or anything like that. And I'm, like I said, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 9 hours later. And then I got home. I got in the car. I was pissed off because what happened. I already talked about that. But I get in the car, packed up the car and whatnot. We get in the car. I'm driving home, and I could smell it on my uniform. Took a shower and stuff, and that's when I was no longer smelling it because I could smell it from my skin on my uniform. So, ooh, yes, okay, yes. You guys, this is a yes. Cherry syrup green. Get yourself either a sample from Glindy Fragrances or just go ahead and buy the bottle. I wouldn't say anything is blind buy worthy. I am trying not to utilize that language because people's money, I don't know how hard you'll work for your money, so I'm not telling you to blind buy anything and then you're disappointed because it don't work for you and then you're mad at me. Unless it's House of Sillage, because you can't really sample a lot of the House of Sillage stuff. Well, you can some, but not a lot. Okay. I highly recommend this fragrance. I highly recommend this. I do like Florida Orange, but it's not a favorite. Okay. No, it's nice, but it's not a favorite. I absolutely love Cherry Syrup Green. And for the others here by Benigna, that amber one is it's slowly developing into something sweeter and better. So yeah. Come like the fishman telling you, smell something. Yes. Yes, but he wasn't the fishman. He was he was the deli man. Where you get your slices of meat cut up and stuff like that, and your cheese. Yeah, so that video will be coming very soon. Trying to do more behind the camera filming as opposed to in front of the camera because primarily it's a lot of work to do. I got so much going on, so I'm able to actually film behind the camera, and sometimes I do voiceovers, and sometimes you can see like I'll be talking and you'll see this going on, and that's because I'm actually talking as I'm filming, right? So especially when my mics, which happens, this is like I'm on my 4th mic, so I don't know if it's my voice. My mic don't like me. My mics don't like me. Bawatalo, thank you for joining. Closet Galore for yours. Thank you for joining. Yeah, so again, Glindy Fragrances is where Glindy.com, GLINDEE.com. You can find the Proad and Mith fragrances, and then you can go on to Benigna Perfumes, BENIGNA Perfumes. Where's the little box? Here it is right here. Here we go. Benigna Perfumes. It's flipped on this side. But BENIGNA, please check out these wonderful creators. These fragrances are beautiful. They truly are. Yes. I'm telling you, Benigna. I love this one. So I sprayed this the other day. I will share with y'all. Check out the mister, guys. I kid you no lie. This is another thing. When you look at luxury fragrances, this is a big deal. The way that nozzles are created. If Salvatore Ferragamo fragrances, to my knowledge right now, has the finest or the skinniest, the little tubing that goes in there, and that allows the majority of his fragrances to come out with an equal distribution and a very, very soft mist. This one is not as skinny as those. You can barely see Salvatore Ferragamo's in their perfume, but look at this. Let me see. Can you guys see? Look at that. This perfume. Oh, I love this perfume. I love it. Me love it. So this is Royal Bouquet. I like flowers, okay? I also like amber and things of that nature, but I like this because it's a fragrance I find myself. Did I put a dent? I already put a little dent in this bottle. I already put a dent in it. Okay, guys, so let's get off here. We've gone over our time. I said 30 minutes. We are way past 30 minutes. Okay, so Natalia says, oh, That is right. This month is Pride Month. Support for Pride Month. It's also, is this month of the mental health awareness? I think it is as well. There's a lot of stuff going on this month. It's also my brother's birthday, so I gotta remember. I forgot it 1 month, and 1 year. I forgot my brother's birthday. I didn't forget it completely. It just, I was doing so much that day. Boy, he waited till the next day and he let me have it. I said, I'm not doing that again. I'm not doing that again. Okay, guys, I'm gonna sign off again. I'm gonna post this video for a few days while it's up. Let me know if you like it, if you love it. Comment, and share the videos, please. Let other people know that we are literally testing out stuff. I'm testing stuff so you don't have to waste your money and buy things that you don't like. Okay, have a great weekend, everyone. Don't forget, I have a video I posted today. Check it out, please. It's on YouTube. I would really appreciate it. Please check it out. Make sure you like. And if you're not following me on YouTube, please do so. Also, I am on TikTok. So please follow me on TikTok if you are over there as well. I really appreciate y'all for hanging with me today. Thanks so much for the moon and back and everything y'all have done thus far, for the support. Love y'all. Bye.